Is investing in mutual fund is a smart move? Are they efficient portfolios? Are they smart portfolios? Or are you investing in inefficient portfolios? And how to know if they are inefficient portfolios or not? If you want to know the answers to these questions, listen to today's session on Sir Harry Markowitz' Efficient Frontier. Hello everyone, welcome to session 2 of Portfolio Management. Today, we'll try to understand Sir Harry Markowitz's Efficient Frontier. In the last session, we concluded that the return of a portfolio is the weighted average of the return of all the stocks in the portfolio. But the risk of the portfolio is not a weighted average. Rather, it follows a non-linear formula. It goes like W1 square sigma 1 square plus W2 square sigma 2 square plus 2 into correlation W1 sigma 1 W2 sigma 2. And this is a 2-stock portfolio formula. For 3 and 4 stock portfolio, this formula expands accordingly. Now, if you haven't watched the previous session on portfolio management, please check the link in the description below. It is a prerequisite to understand this session. And let's start with 2-stock portfolio only. Because of this non-linear risk formula, if you try to plot all the possible portfolios by varying the weight between the 2 stocks, the result is a curve, not a line. And the shape of the curve look like this. Please note this is not a hypothetical portfolio. We have created all these portfolios by assigning different weights to stock 1 and stock 2. And we repeated this exercise for different correlation. And every time the curve had this specific shape, except for correlation of 1 and minus 1. But we know correlation of 1 and minus 1 are practically impossible in real world. So we have excluded those from our plotting as we are dealing with real world portfolios here. You can also try this exercise yourself in Excel or Python, and you will be surprised to find that even in your case, the shape of the portfolio combination will still form the same kind of curve for any correlation between 1 and minus 1. And even if you take 3-stock portfolio and apply different weights, you'll again find that the shape of all the portfolio is a curve with exactly same nature. Now let's take all the stock in Nifty 50, a very popular index in India, and try to find the shape of all the possible portfolio combination. This time, since there are so many stocks, the possible combinations are nearly infinite. But because we can't plot all the combination, let's restrict ourselves to just say 500 portfolios, and we plot them. All the portfolios combine to form the shape of a tilted egg. And this tilted egg becomes more prominent as we increase the number of portfolios. For example, plotting 5,000 portfolio gives a better, smoother tilted egg than plotting 500. Just to remind you, each dot in the egg corresponds to a portfolio with a certain weight. Now let's move to one of the most important concept, efficient portfolios. We are learning how to find efficient portfolios and reject inefficient one with very basic example. Let's go back to our 2-stock example. Suppose you have 2 portfolios A and B, or 2 stock A and B, which you will choose. You'll always choose the portfolio to the left on the horizontal axis because it has lower risk for the same level of return. Now suppose you have portfolio A and C, and you will always choose the one on the top on the vertical axis because it gives a higher return for the same level of risk. And if you have all 3 portfolio A, B and C, you will always choose C. You will reject A and B. You rejected B because of A, and you rejected A because of C. So in short, if you have 100 portfolios along the same return level, you will choose the one with the least risk. And if you have 100 portfolios along the same risk level, you will choose the one with the highest return. So if you have 100 portfolio on the horizontal axis, you will choose the leftmost portfolio, and if you have 100 portfolio in the vertical axis, you will choose the topmost portfolio. Apply this logic to the portfolios we created with 2 stock, 3 stocks and 50 stocks. In the 2-stock portfolio curve, we reject all the inefficient portfolio, those with lower return for the same risk, and identify the efficient ones. Similarly, for 3-stock portfolio and 50-stock portfolio, we reject inefficient one and only select the efficient portfolio. These portfolios are inefficient portfolios and these portfolios are efficient portfolios. And you will be surprised to find out that all the efficient portfolios together form a curve, be it 2-stock portfolio, 3-stock portfolio, or a 50-stock portfolio. But not just any curve. The specific shape shown in plot A, not B or C, because B and C include inefficient portfolios. So finally, we can conclude, if we consider all the portfolios in the world and want to find the efficient portfolios only, they will lie on a curve. And this was a powerful insight given to us by Sir Harry Markowitz' efficient frontier. All other portfolios that lie below this curve are inefficient. So you should not be investing your time, your money in them. Now, if you look at the efficient frontier, you can choose to invest anywhere on the curve. If you are a risk-averse investor, invest at the leftmost tip of the curve. If you are a risk seeker, you go toward the rightmost tip. The leftmost tip of this efficient frontier given by Sir Harry Markowitz is called as global minimum variance portfolio because it has lowest risk among all the portfolios on the efficient frontier. Now, of course, this comes with some assumption. All stocks are normally distributed, investors are rational, and markets are perfect. We can only discuss and debunk these assumptions or understand these assumptions in more detail in our live sessions. Now, how can we apply this in the real world? Let's say I have a portfolio created from all Nifty 50 stock. Is it smart to invest in them with the same weight as it is in the Nifty 50 index? The answer is no. Because if you do that, your portfolio turns out to be inefficient. If you took the current weight of Nifty 50 and find where this portfolio lies on the chart of all the possible portfolios, you will be very surprised to find out that it is way below the efficient frontier, brutally inefficient. Therefore, you should not blindly invest in index mutual fund thinking that this is a smart move. I'm not saying that change the stock. I'm saying use the same stock but with different weights. Instead, you should reallocate weights and build portfolio that lie on the efficient frontier. Again repeating, if you are a risk-averse person, choose a portfolio to the left. If you are a risk-seeker person, choose a portfolio on the right. But do not invest directly with the same weights in these portfolio. And that is eye-opening because most people are investing blindly without checking for efficiency. And if you want to learn how to do this using Python or Excel and create the most efficient portfolios of your life, join our session. The link is given in the description below. We'll teach you exactly how to find and invest in these portfolios. If you're a CFA or FRM aspirant, these sessions are very extensive to crack the examination. Thank you. Have a nice day.